Hello, I'm James Hall and I do the mid-morning show on the Bauer City 3 network, and I'm going to give you some advice on how to get noticed in the industry. So as you know, there are loads of radio events which take place. Many of them are put on by the Student Radio Association, and these are great places to meet industry professionals. Lots of people from the industry looking for new talent. My advice to you is to attend to these, but beforehand, do your research, find who's going to be there, and stay behind at the end and sort of chat to them, maybe get a contact, because getting a contact is the biggest thing in this industry. The radio industry is a really tough industry and very, very competitive. So to stand out, you really need to go that extra mile. I'm sure you're already doing this, but my advice to you is definitely trying to get into a radio station, even if you're just interning or working with a street team or just working voluntary for a while. It will really, really stand you in good stead in the future. So the way that I got into the radio industry was mainly volunteering. I started off at a community radio station, but then worked my way up and did an unpaid internship at Capital FM. From that, led on to so many different opportunities, including working with the marketing and the street team, and also doing some on-air work, which is absolutely fantastic. That is my advice to you. I would definitely try and get some work inside a commercial radio station, paid or unpaid. Don't be afraid to put in the groundwork. Make the teas and coffees. You become really good at that eventually. And also, don't be afraid to just do the really boring jobs. You have to do that to work your way up. One thing that is really important about getting noticed in the industry is to put in as much time as you can and don't expect to get everything like that. So a good piece of advice is to make sure you put a bit of time aside every week from your university degree and your part-time job to make those contacts. So to get your demo noticed in the industry, it's got to be good. Make sure you play it to as many people as possible. Play it to your friends, play it to your family, play it to your mum, because she is my biggest critic. And I'll tell you what, it's really, really good to play it to family members because they're honest with you. Avoid being cliche as well. You don't want to be typically cheesy kind of DJ. You want to be you, and we want to hear you and your personality. Make sure you research the person who you're going to send your demo to and make sure the demo is on brand for that particular station. There's no harm in changing your demo around to fit the station that you want to work on. So I'm a presenter, but maybe that's not what you're looking for. There's loads of other jobs that you can get into in the radio industry, including sort of news and journalism, traffic and travel, producing, as well as presenting. And I'd say if you can, try and get some freelance shifts if possible whilst doing your university degree. So when you get into the industry, make sure you say yes to absolutely everything. Have an opinion, ask questions, and don't be afraid to learn new tricks. It took me a long time to get my mid-morning show on the Hits Radio and the Bauer City 3 network, but my one piece of advice to you is just not to give up.